Thank you very much. Thank you, Chairman Hastings, for the opportunity to testify in front of your committee on an issue that you will find strong support from all the delegation in regards to the opening of ANWR and most Alaskans. I was born and raised in Alaska, and this is an issue I think it's been around all my life. And the fact is, I'm very honored and proud to be here with my colleagues to talk about this issue. Today's hearing is focused on a timely topic. With gasoline prices averaging $3.65 in the lower 48 and unemployment around 9%, Alaska is here to help. We can offer relief to consumers at the pump, provide well-paying jobs in Alaska and the lower 48, and help our $15 trillion deficit. The oil and gas resources of the coastal plain of the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge are enormous and conveniently located just 65 miles east of the Prudhoe Bay reserves and infrastructure. The latest estimates from USGS are for about 10 billion barrels of technically recoverable oil. Of course, any natural gas found only will help economics of the proposed Alaska natural gas pipeline, which could also be a huge job creator for our nation. Over the years, there have been competing estimates of how many jobs in Alaska and the lower 48, the supply chain that the development would create. Needless to say, all of them are at least in the tens of thousands of jobs across this nation. I'm proud to co-sponsor Senator Murkowski's bills that would allow responsible oil and gas development in the Arctic Refuge. Today, extended reach drilling technology has shrunk drilling pad platforms and prints dramatically. Well pads on the North Slope from the 1970s that covered 65 acres now take less than 10 acres. Drilling cuttings and muds are now disposed of by injection wells. While development always will have impacts, we can do a good job today of responsible producing more domestic oil, which promotes both our economic and national security. I know today's hearing is about ANWR, but I also want to make sure we don't lose sight of the tremendous potential elsewhere in Alaska. That is a potential I believe we are close to realizing. The USGS estimates 26 billion barrels of oil and more than 100 TCF of natural gas technically recoverable in the Chukchi and Beaufort. All of this means we're looking at a lot of jobs. The University of Alaska Institute for Social and Economical Research estimates 54,000 jobs can be created from Alaskans working in the Beaufort and Chukchi Sea, including all the support and manufacturing jobs stretching from Alaska to the lower 48. Over the 50-year lifespan of these fields, this means $154 billion, and let me say that again, $154 billion in payroll and $200 billion plus to federal treasury. Their science crews this summer alone employed over 400 folks in the region. We finally have sustained momentum on exploring these resources. I have hope that Shell, the first of the leaseholders in the exploration process in the Beaufort and Chukchi, will be drilling exploratory wells off the Alaska Arctic coast for the first time in nearly 20 years. ConocoPhillips and Statoil are just on the heels with plans of a 2013 and 2014 season. Shell received approval of the Beaufort exploration plan a few weeks ago. Just yesterday, Shell received an air permit, a subject I know this committee has worked on for one of their main drill ships and support fleet. Hopefully, Chukchi plan will be approved when the court accepts the supplemental EIS later in the month of October. Finally, the National Petroleum Reserve, Alaska NPRA, can also play an important role in keeping enough oil in the Trans-Alaska Pipeline to operate economically while development on these other resources proceed. We've been pushing the administration to solve procedural issues with the ConocoPhillips CD5 development in the NPRA. We are hopeful at a breakthrough in the next 30 days with hundreds of direct construction jobs for several years to follow. Mr. Chairman, simply put, Alaska has enormous resources, ANWR, NPRA, Chukchi, Beaufort, to offer a nation hungry for affordable energy and good paying jobs. Thank you for the opportunity to detail out many opportunities that are in front of Alaska and this country. Thank you.